Cards on the table, one candle, one name, cold case photos, all asking the same. Who hurt you? Who buried your face in the night? I shuffle through shadows till one edge of truth catches light. I hear the quiet begging loud between the questions in the crowd.
Hello everyone, can you all hear me? How is everyone doing? Just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Make sure my sister had to come in and help me with technical difficulties. So I am glad to see everyone here. I'm just going to pop some people up on the screen. Let's see. I got to do one thing first here. Hi, Chevy. Hi, Bittersweet. Hi, Mama Chipmunk. Also, we'll do this. Everyone, please smash that like button, subscribe, and share button on your way in, please. Also, yes, this is, I want to put this one up there. Everyone, please be respectful, as tonight's chat is a very sensitive topic. Hi, Laurel. Hi, No Mercy. Also, Andrea, I'm going to mod you here in a second. Let's see. Hi, Christy. Glad to see you here. Cranky Cougar. I'm glad you guys are here. You're here. So if anybody comes in, I do have it on subscriber mode, but if anybody comes in and wants to tell you kind of what the live, I mean, the description itself kind of tells you what it's about. Hi, Kylie's Nails. Lily. Hi, Lily. Patricia. Andrea. Show. Okay. Let's see. There's V1. V1 is my sister, just so you all know. So if you want to say hi to my sister, just say hi to V1 because that's Veronica. I'm outing her YouTube name. Her YouTube name. See, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anyone. So yes, today is going to be, it's been a heck of a roller coaster ride, you guys, for not only me, but for quite a few people, including Andrea, Mama Chipmunk, No Mercy, but I'm glad you're here, Sheriff. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, it's been quite the, I'm just scrolling back down to the Lady Kittenman. I'll show you there. And there. So As you can see on the screen, we have a detective. No, I don't have a detective, but let me mod Andrea quick first, just because I want to make sure that Andrea's a mod. Andrea, are you in the vertical, or let me just go check quick. Horizontal. Okay, let me just jump in there quick. Sorry, guys. It's vertical. This one I want to go into. Need to find Andrea. Add as moderator. Standard moderator. Okay. Andrea, you should be modded now. Okay. So, yeah, if you guys have been following my channel, you guys have been seeing my posts about today's live is all about Zachery Jackson's victims of his scams, okay? And I wanted to be able to bring everyone together so that, one, I could give you guys this email if you are a victim of his scams, as I did speak to the Detective Caleb Somalia. I spoke to him yesterday, and I also spoke to him today. And what he advised me to do, and I did send some emails out to the people who have emailed me their information. I gave them the detective's email, as he wants every single person who has been scammed by Zachery to contact him at this email. He is in the I'll type it in the chat so you guys know the city he's in, the police department. It's Winston. That is the police department he is at. He is a detective there, and he is now the lead detective in this case. So he is. Thank you, Andrea. I'm so happy you agreed to be one of my mods. I trust my mods wholeheartedly, 100%. But so again, I spoke with Detective Caleb. I'm just gonna call him Detective Caleb this morning. He took down my information. I also sent him all of the information that me, as well as everyone else, has collected. Truthful information, no made-up information, proof of the fake funeral, proof of that Zachery was promoting that it was his grandfather, his biological grandfather, the screenshots of his posts, the screen recordings of his video, where he clearly states it's his biological grandfather that had passed away, including a post that his mother made stating that her biological father, passed away 2 days before Christmas. Again, so all of that information, along with screen recordings and posts of Zachery saying he was going to be doing the search for Jack and Lily, and he was raising money, donations to go search for Jack and Lily. So he has all that information. He has access to all that information, including he has the post from when Zach was pretending to be in Canada. I did send him the information of the DoorDash that I sent him, also the video of where his dad, Scott, and his stepmother, Mary, again, who have been enormous help in this. I can't thank them enough. I really can't, because they kind of technically got the ball rolling with the Winston Police Department, as I took a chance on reaching out to, I didn't know if it was Zach's dad or not, because again, I did a criminal background report check on Zachery. And I'm not really reading the chat right now, guys, so I'm just kind of telling you, kind of what has been going down. And then that he was listed as a possible relative. So we were kind of, even with the proof of him accepting the DoorDash gift, because I sent it as a gift, it had to be received by Zachery himself because of the way it was sent. It had to be physically handed off, and I've given that proof. I've shown that proof. But again, Zachery then comes back with more lies, more lies, more lies. Again, that's my opinion. I'm going to say that's my opinion, but I know it's a lie. So then I reached out to Scott Jackson. I didn't know if it was his dad or not. I found him because I got the name off the criminal background report. Found him on Carrie's Facebook as she had tagged him. Carrie, nobody has hacked anybody's information. Carrie's, Zach's mom's Facebook is wide open, public, private, or not private, but public for everyone to see. And so then there was a picture, a post of Zachery where she posted that it was his birthday and his dad had taken him out for his birthday, and she tagged his dad in the post. And so he tagged Scott Jackson in the post. So I clicked on that, found his messenger, messaged him. I said, I don't know if you're related. Some stuff is going on with, and I explained, Zachery Jackson, didn't give too much information. Again, I informed the group that has been investigating and has been working very hard for a month on this, since I did my first live on exposing, Zach. And Scott reached out to me, and he was very hesitant at first, and he asked me to send him a picture. And so I sent him a picture, and he said, yes, that is my son. And so then I went on to explain what was going on, and he then confirmed with me that Zachery was not in Canada. And I told him, everything that's been going on. And so he said, well, I'm driving straight to the police department. And that's what he did. And on his way there, which I had no clue he was going to go do, but he was going to go get proof for me that Zachery wasn't in Canada. He was literally going to go stop at Zachery's home and knock on the door. And ironically, he came up upon Zachery walking down the street. And if you guys have seen that video, you can see Zachery realizes he's being recorded, so he steps away. And then all of a sudden, 2 hours later, again, we've already put the proof up that he made the post at that same time that he was in Canada still. And so then 2 hours later, he changes it and says, I'm home. I took an early flight home, da 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 da, blah, 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 thanks to the fan or subscriber that bought him an emergency ticket home. Well, there are no red eyes from Nova Scotia to Boston. There are none. Okay? No red eyes. No nighttime flights. And there were no nighttime flights without it being a red eye from Nova Scotia to Boston on the date that Zachery says he took a flight home. Okay? And he got back early that morning. No flights. So again, more trying to cover up, everything. And the fact that Zachery wouldn't show any proof that he was in Canada. And again, and that's what I told the detective today. I said he was posting that he found evidence while he was in Canada. And I literally said to the detective, I said, I hope to God Zachery did not call the RCMP with this fake, and I literally said this fake evidence. I said, because he's going to get himself in some pretty big trouble, because that beam that he shows, that image he shows, I think I don't know if any of you have, let me see if I can pull it up here so I can show you what I'm talking about. But it's a beam and it's a rope. I don't know if you guys have seen it. But what that is, again, I'm going to say trigger warning because not everybody's into hunting. But what that beam is if you hunt and you have a valid hunting license and you get a valid license to a valid ticket, license to hunt a deer. What that is it's where you hang a deer to skin a deer. That's what that is. And that's what he says his evidence is, and he's calling that a noose. He called that a noose in his evidence. That's not a noose. That's not a noose. So again, I told Caleb, Detective Caleb Somalia, all this information today. I sent him the links to, again, all the information, so he has access to all of the information, including, I know Zachery has been trying to delete videos left and right of him begging for the money for his search for Jack and Lily, deleting the videos of him when he was in Canada that he posted. But ironically, he forgot to delete one video where he uploaded his remote viewing session. So he forgot to delete that one. So I screen recorded it. So there's that one as well. His dad did see those videos, and his dad did confirm that he is in his house recording those videos. That is Zachery's home. It's not a hotel room. So again, a lot of confirmation. His dad did confirm as well that Zachery does not have a license, nor does Zachery have an ID, nor does Zachery have a passport. Okay. Again, we can say that's all hearsay because it's Zach's dad. But when I spoke to the detective this morning, I said, it was super easy for you to find out if Zachery was able to go to Canada. You just find out if he's got a passport. And he agreed. He said, yeah. I said, unfortunately, I can't do that because I am not law enforcement. I don't have access to that information, whereas he does. So I've been spending days along with everyone else, like No Mercy, Andrea, Mama Chipmunk, Jerry Lynn, everyone, including V1. My sister helped in the very beginning, with bringing it to attention to everyone with that very first live we did. But we have been working on this for months to try to help bring justice for his victims, because again, it's not hundreds of dollars, it's thousands and thousands of dollars. And that doesn't even include the phones that were sent. And that's another thing that one of the viewers found, again, is that someone sent him a phone. Remember when he was in Canada and he said, oh, he was waiting on his new phone and it should have arrived when he was in Canada. Well, a viewer found a it's a Winston like Facebook group, but like marketplace type thing on Facebook. And Zachery had made a post selling an iPhone, brand new iPhone. And it was while the post was made while he was supposedly in Canada. So again, the value doesn't include any phones that were sent or computers that were sent for Jack and Lily's search, right? So anyone who you feel like you have been scammed by Zachery, if you donated any money for the fake funeral, for Lily and Jack Sullivan's search, the car stuff. I mean, he doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a car. That was all made up to get money. He never bought a car. You can see it in the video that it's on my channel as well, because I don't usually do instant videos like that. But then when I seen that Zachery was calling his dad a liar and that saying that no one spoke to Officer Smith, which is the name of the officer at the Winston Police Department that both me and Zachery's dad spoke to on FaceTime on last Saturday, when we were getting accused by his mods and or it could have been him, that there's no way an officer would speak to us on FaceTime. Well, there was. And so I proved it because there were pictures that were taken when they were in the police station. So again, if any of you have been scammed, you donated for the funeral, for Jack and Lily's search. These aren't small charges. This is considered larceny. Creating a fake death, a fake funeral is a huge, huge, it's larceny. And if any of you guys are disabled, or if you're over the age of 60, that can increase the severity of his charge and the amount of fines he has to pay. In regards to both the search for Jack and Lily, the fake charity, and the donation for the fake funeral. And I don't know what they're going to do, how they're going to handle the car situation. But send your receipts in, any information you have on if he links the car. I don't know, but he wants everybody to send the information to him. And he did tell me that way he's currently collecting all information. And anybody who wants to be considered a victim, right? You want to be part of the group of people who are considered victims, because you guys are victims. Anyone who donated for these fake scams, you are a victim, and you shouldn't feel foolish or ashamed. I myself donated to Zachery for Lily and Jack. I also gave him money, which they can't do anything about because he said he needed money for rent. But they can do something about it for me donating for Jack and Lily. So I myself even fell for it because, again, con artists like Zachery, and with more digging, and thankfully to Andrea, she's actually the one who found it. He found Zachery's TikTok. I'm not going to post any of those things on here, but it's quite interesting. He's got quite the personality. He definitely knows how to act. He knows how to put on a show. He's definitely a con artist for sure. Whereas his TikTok, he's acting all gangster. He's a rapper. He's swearing. He's all this type. The sweet Zachery that we think we know. When you watch his TikTok videos, no sweet Zachery. It's not that same Zachery. And no, he doesn't have a personality disorder. He's just a good con artist, is what he is. And in those TikTok videos, he doesn't talk anything about having any psychic abilities or things of that nature. He, towards the end, and I think that's where he started getting the idea, the grift in his mind of targeting the true crime cases, is where he posts one video about the universe and law of attraction, and then he posted one video about that, and then he posted one TikTok about having a vivid dream. So no psychic Zachery on TikTok. It was Zachery the rapper, Zachery the gangster, Zachery the player, so to speak. I don't go on TikTok. Literally had to create a TikTok account to view his TikTok. So he definitely knows how to con people. He knows how to switch up his personality very easily. He's very manipulative, and it's not if you go to the TikTok, Andrea, if you want to drop in his TikTok platform thing so people know I'm not lying. I'm not going to put his crap up on here because I'm not going to promote it. But I do think I know where's your name? Kylie's Nails. You had a video I think you posted. Zachery rapping. Kylie, if you want to drop that link, I just want to make sure I'm saying your name right. If you're still in here, if you have the link to that so we can share that video for you. I'm not trying to give Zachery Jackson any any more publicity, but I want you guys to be able to see what, yeah, Kylie's Nails Candy. You have a video that you posted. I liked it. I seen it today of Zachery rapping in a graveyard. And so Kylie, if you're still in here, can you just drop that link in the chat so people can go view that link to that video that you posted? Because, oh, it's so great to see you, Jasmine, Crazy Cat Tarot. Yeah, Jasmine did a lot too. And we've all been, you know, kind of degraded and put down by Zachery, calling all of us liars. Jasmine a liar, MJ a liar, Rob a liar, me a liar. Apparently, you know, I don't care. I'm wise enough not to respond to any of those things, but can you guys see the link? No, Kylie, I can't see the link. Can you guys see the link? Let me go put you into approved users, Kylie Nails, so I know that you can post. Just give me 1 second. It'll take me 1 second to get you so that you can drop the link. I'll just go to approved users. Community moderation, user management, and approved users. Let me type the name in. Kylie's nail. There you are. Okay, so let me save it, and you should be able to now drop the link, Kylie's Nails. So if you want to drop it again, you should be able to drop the link because it should override. I just put you as an approved user, so any settings that I have for links, you should be able to drop links. No. Yep, your links shouldn't be blocked or anything like that. So yeah, if you're approved user now, Kylie, so drop it again and it should show. Yeah, I'm gonna put this up here. Crazy Jasmine, Crazy Cat. But yeah, he's definitely a great con artist. He really is. And so, again, Jesus, sorry. I know my sister's listening. Jesus. Hi, Shirley. Let's drop that up there. Put that up there. But yeah, I was kind of, when I watched the TikToks today, I was like, wow. Well, I mean, he's swearing, he's using the N-word, he's thinking he's this, you know, higher than mighty type of person, and completely different than the sweet, meek, mild Zachery that presented himself on YouTube. Very different type of person. So yeah, he can con people very easily. And but anyway, so I gave all the information to the detective, and so he has all of that information. And this is what he told me. He said, email the people who have emailed you, give them my information. And then he said, give the email out so that anyone who has been scammed by Zachery, they can contact him directly through the email. And that way then you guys can start communicating with him and he can gather whatever information he needs from you. The email is just the first step in the contact, right? So he will reach out to you. He will respond back to your email. And, then again, there'll be a call I'm assuming a call initiated and things of that matter. But it's finally being taken over by law enforcement. So, and again, he told me that all this information will then he'll be contacting the FBI. And now it's just a waiting game to see, what happens. I do believe, it's high crimes. I just want to pop some more. Yeah, he hasn't posted in there since 2023. Oh, here, let's pop that up there. So Jasmine can see you. We'll pop that up there. Show that there. Yeah, he didn't beg on TikTok neither. He didn't. But I think that would coincide with some of the things his dad was saying about, I don't want to speak for his dad, but I think that would coincide very much with some of the things that his dad was saying. So again, more proof that his dad wasn't lying about certain matters. And I did bring that up. I did bring that up to the detective Caleb Somalia. I told him that I did send that one day when Zach was really, really bad, really bad. I was really worried for Zachery that he was gonna OD, and so I literally called Zachery on Messenger, and I sat on the phone with Zach for a good 2 hours until he had already gotten off his live. Everyone was worried, so I called him and I sat on the phone with him for a good 2 hours until he started talking normal again. And in the midst of that, I was in the midst of that day, because it went on all day. I had placed an order for Narcan, and I sent some Narcan to Zachery because I was worried that there was nothing there to save his life if he were to OD. And again, I don't know why his mother would let him get like that, or even allow him to be unalive like that. So I wanted him. I wanted to do everything I could do. I couldn't just sit there and watch that happen and not do something to be able to potentially save a life if a life needed to be saved. And so I told the detective that I sent him that, and I told the detective that I sent him the gift through DoorDash, and he has all that information. He has the receipts. So yeah. So now the detective, it's all being taken over by the detective. Detective told me I don't have to, none of us have to keep digging anymore. None of us have to keep digging. All he needs is for the victims to reach out to him so he can get all of the victims' information. And this isn't small, you guys. This isn't what Zachery is, Zachery didn't lie about talking to the police yesterday morning. He did talk to the police. Oh, thank you, Kylie's. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, I do care. But I'll post that. Yeah, this one too. So many people cared about Zachery, and unfortunately, he didn't want to quit. He didn't want to quit. Yeah, this one too. Don't be afraid or ashamed to report. You are a victim, and these crimes aren't victimless crimes. The crimes that Zachery has done, not victimless crimes, and they affect you. Like, especially having to deal with Zachery saying everyone's lying, and no, you're not seeing the truth for what it is. It affects you mentally. It affects you emotionally. Not only you feel like and it affected you financially, right? But the constant mental aspect of it, where someone's calling you a liar, or no, you can't see the truth for what it is, that takes an emotional toll on you as a victim, and that's not okay for Zachery to do. Not okay for him to do at all. It's abuse. It's mental abuse, and it's emotional abuse that Zachery's doing towards his victims, and he knows they're victims. Because he wouldn't be deleting the videos that he's deleting if he didn't know he committed a crime. He wouldn't be deleting the evidence. And I told the detective that Zachery was deleting videos, and he said, well, that's okay because we can retrieve those videos. That's what he told me. No, exactly, Kylie. We can't have this in the true crime. This can't happen here. This can't happen here. And I don't know where in his mind he thought, in his right mind, he should go scam a true crime community. Yeah, correct. Correct, brave soul. It's emotional blackmail. Yeah, correct. He is a vampire. I can tell you, I have been so drained, and I know it's because of the work I've been putting in, but just dealing with the constant lies and lie after lie, and even after we put proof out, even more proof out, it was just more new lie after new lie after new lie, and it's like we were trying to get, um, show the victims that you're correct. You're not seeing things wrong. You're not crazy. I mean, I had some people reach out to me where I've actually spoken to them on the phone, like I know I'm not crazy, but he keeps, and no, you're not crazy. He's emotionally and mentally abusing you. Okay, because he doesn't want to take responsibility, and that's what narcissists do, and that's what con artists do. And that's why they choose these cases, especially children's cases. Um, and if you go and watch the part, maybe I shouldn't say it because I don't want him to delete it. So I'll keep that one to myself because I want the officer to be able to see those videos, because I did send the officer the detective, the link to Zachery's channel. But he'll talk about children's cases, very sad children's cases, and then he would put in there things about donations. So he knows what he's doing. He's priming you for already pulling on your heartstrings, and then he plops in there that, oh, I need money for this, or I need money for that, and then gives the sob story. But again, why would you think scamming a true crime community would be the best community to scam? Like, come on, think. That's all the true crime community does, is dig for information to prove people wrong, to bring truth to light. Like, Carly, yeah, he did pull it. Yeah, I'm going to plop that on. Yeah, he does pull on people's heartstrings. He does. I mean, I even tried to help him when he was talking about his meds. And the very first time he brought up needing his seizure meds, because I have a background in healthcare and insurance. And I offered to help him because he said he didn't have any insurance, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, if you're on disability, you should have insurance. You should have state insurance. And I said, I can help you get your state insurance so you can get your meds and you don't have to ask anyone for any money. And he completely turned me down about literally me helping him get his state insurance, so he didn't have to beg for money, and so he could get his seizure medication. So right then and there, that put a flag in my head like, he's got insurance. This isn't for seizure medicine. Oh yeah, and to threaten unaliving yourself is very low. It is very low, and the officer, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say it, but I know some things that were spoken from Scott to when Scott had his phone call with the detective, but I shouldn't speak on that because that's not for me to speak on. But pretty much what the officer said is that that's a tactic so that people will send him money. So it's a tactic that he would use or someone would use so that people would send him money. Yeah, major manipulation. Yeah. But if anybody wants to, again, it's an open platform. Sorry, guys, I'm tired, but it's an open platform tonight. So I think I dropped the link, but I don't know if I did. But if anybody wants to come up, you don't have to show your face or anything, but tell your story or give information, as long as there's no swearing or anything like that. Let me see if I can figure it out. Invite guest, copy, and then hang on. Let me see if I can figure out how to post it. Paste and share. Did it share? So that, if you guys want to click on, if anybody wants to come up, you just click on that link. If you want to speak some truth, speak what happened to you, if Zachery scammed you. That's what this live is about. Is I want to help everyone start healing. I want to get everyone the information that they need so that you can get the justice that you deserve. But nobody is obligated to come up here and speak or anything like that at all. Rob, I don't know if you want to come up and talk or say anything, but it's not going to be about Zachery or anything like that. This is more so in support of his victims, so you guys know you have support. You're not alone. That there's many people who did fall for his scams, but we're all here together. No Mercy, you'll come up. Okay. Let me figure out how to invite you, No Mercy. Invite guest. Messenger, maybe? Hang on. Hopefully I just didn't. Oh, crap. I don't know what I'm doing here. Hang on a second. Can you just click on the link, No Mercy? Let's see. See if I drop it again. Here. Paste. Post. So I think you can just click on that link, No Mercy. Yeah, Kriegi, you don't have to come up. You did speak on the first one. You did. Let me just close out of that stuff. Rob, were you, No Mercy, were you able to click on that link? My sister probably is hearing me, and she's probably going to come accept him when he enters. How do I know when he's going to enter? My sister's talking to me through the chat. V1 is my Veronica, so. Oh no, Cranky Cougar, we sure didn't think it was, okay, hang on. I'm adding you to stage. Who am I adding to stage? Don't add you to stage? Okay, add. Rob, you should be added to stage. Can
All
you hear
right.
me? Okay,
Yep.
there you go. Okay, no mercy. There you go. No mercy. Anything
Right
you'd like
on.
to? Huh?
Right on.
Yeah. So you talk for a little bit. What would you like to tell everybody?
So I've been going through a lot myself, and trying to defend, play gatekeeper. I've done it all
Yeah.
maybe for a month and a half, and protecting the mods. He's gone through like 30 mods. Um, he claimed that he was ever
Or is it that?
monetized in his
Yeah, I look
channel.
like that.
Also, let's see, he's gone through like 30 mods, something like that, and since September, he defamed me and others as well,
Okay, guys, I'm
claiming
still
about.
here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
So, yeah, he defamed me and claimed about death threats and stuff like that. I've never uttered death threats to him. Uh, I've asked him to remove videos. I've asked him to remove, and he wouldn't. He refused to, and defamed me in his chat, uh, and I found some of his mods a little bit enabling him a little bit, and other than that, I was a little bit of a victim towards a little bit of defaming and a little bit of slander. I've almost got I did get a lawyer involved. We're taking necessary steps, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, he sure did. No, how do I fix that? Click.
But it's not about me; it's about you guys, right? And my um no no receipts, no problem, no mercy. My group here, the mods really worked their asses off,
Yeah, they
and
did.
you too, Becca as
Thank you.
well, and Veronica as well,
Mm-hmm.
and thank you for like helping us out and everything, and going through technical the computer stuff and everything, and you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
um,
my sister helped great with the computers.
yeah,
I'm going. Hi, Rob. She had to
okay,
come in here by me so I could figure
okay,
it out. So she's gonna go back on her phone so she can get in the chat. But no, yeah, he did, and he did defame Rob, and not only Rob, but he defamed Jasmine. He defamed me. He defamed his mods, his original mods, and also um, the people who donated to him. Calling them liars. Um, and then he had his his new mod squad um, out there. You know, commenting on every comment, trying to make Zach look like the victim to the true victims, which I did not like at all. So not only did the victims have to, even though they separated themselves from Zach's channel, but then when they would comment in my videos or on Rob's videos, or I don't know if Jasmine experienced it, but even MJ, on her channel, I don't know if they experienced it, but I certainly experienced it on mine because I had to block some of them because they would come in and then start telling everybody that they were lying. And now you're attacking a victim. Like now, Zach, you're having your little mods attack the victims. Like that's not okay because now you're still abusing them. You're mentally abusing them and emotionally abusing them, even when they've left your channel. You have your mods going into other channels saying that no, Zachary's not a liar. No, Zachary's didn't do that. Trying to get those people to come back when they left for a reason because they know they could see the truth. But then you have people coming and telling them, no, 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 nobody's done this to him, and they're just making him out to be this bad person. And no, you really can't see the truth. No, they didn't really say no, you can't really see the truth. But just doing that, that's abuse. And then he talks about gang stalking. No, your little mods were gang stalking your victims, going onto other platforms, other channels, trying to tell them that they were wrong, or we were wrong in the information that we were presenting. So again, that's further abuse of your victims. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
it was ridiculous, and I had to block a couple of them, and it just absurd. So that's why I wanted to do this live today, was because I wanted, again, to get this information out to you guys, because this is the ultimate information. He's the lead detective. And I can say lead detective because he is the lead detective on this. And so again, I encourage anyone who has been scammed, please reach out to the detective. His name is Caleb Somalia, and that is his email right there up on the screen. You can go back and watch it. That's why I put it there. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. Cranky Cougar, one thing I can say, I've met some. Oh, I'm going to plop this on the screen because I love this. I love this so much.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I can say. Like, how how Zach says God, his whole saying about his God or whatnot. He don't know crap about crap. But that's my opinion, of course. I truly believe that God brought us all together, to help expose his scams, his scam,
Yep.
and we formed some amazing, amazing friendships and bonds because of this. And with all of you guys, including in the chat, all of us coming together, working together, to be able to bring this information out, like
Yep.
Kylie Snails, you posted that on, your channel. Jasmine, you posted the stuff on your channel. MJ, you posted the stuff on your channel. Rob, you did the stuff on your channel. Even AB, putting the stuff. I'm not saying we're friends. I'm not saying I've never talked to AB personally, so he's never responded to any of my comments or anything. But even AB putting the stuff out on his channel, Shenanigans doing the one thing on her channel, about because he's using Jack and Lily, But again, just it brought so many of us together, and so he was right about one thing, yeah, Crazy Cat AB does not like tarot readers or psychics because apparently he doesn't believe in them. But to each their own. I'm not going to force anybody to believe in tarot reading or psychics or anything like that. Again, to each their own. It's okay.
I would like to make a comment on that. Actually, is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
So when the dash, what do you call it? The
DoorDash?
DoorDash.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to clear the air on that. So some photos came up and they were sent over to AB. He showed it and he kind of like this is nothing to do with me, but I just wanted to say something about it. Becca sent me those photos and
Yeah.
I put it up in my live is what it was. And
Right.
it was shared to some of the mods, it was shared to different creators
Yep.
is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So just for clarity.
Yeah. And I did clarify that in AB's comment section, because I didn't like that he was talking negatively about Rob, No Mercy. Because again, I asked, because at that point we were trying to kind of keep my channel, not my channel, but me anonymous and the where the information was coming from. And so Rob said he would post it, to try to help keep my identity, like me, safe in the sense of being able to get that information. So Rob wholeheartedly said, "Yep, I'll post this on my channel so we can keep you, somewhat anonymous." And that's why Rob posted it on his channel. It was to help me and help everyone else so that we could get the information that we needed to get. So it wasn't like Rob was out there stalking Zach or doing anything crazy. He did it because I asked him to. And I wrote that I put a comment in AB's channel
Thank you.
because I didn't like what he said, but I was nice and polite about it. I'm just reading the comments, Rob. I don't know if you can, Rob. Can you see the comments or no?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. Let's see, Cranky Guru, I was looking for you. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Crazy Cat, he was. He was. He was. And if you go to his TikTok, he talks like he's some gangster, rapper and I have nothing against it, but complete different type of and you see it coming out now. So that, like, in his lives, you've been seeing it kind of come out lately in the last 2 months. Like how how his speaking is changing. So that's probably how he normally spoke. And he just came on here with the meek, mild Zachery, poor Zachery, meek, mild, soft spoken young man, you know. So again, a con from the start.
Do you think that maybe he had like some personal disorder or something like that, like a personality disorder?
No, I don't think
No.
it's personality disorder. No, not at all. Not at all. Mm-mm. Because I watched every single one of his TikToks, and it's that same speaking, that same that I don't know how to say it, but the again acting like he's a gangster,
Yeah.
and then I think because towards the end when he stopped posting on TikTok, then he starts talking about like things going on in the crime community, and that's where I think it clicked for him. Like, I could go to YouTube because he starts talking about YouTube as well in there towards the end when he stops posting. And again, nothing about him being psychic, nothing about him having remote viewing abilities, nothing whatsoever about it. The only thing he ever mentioned was he came across a video on YouTube about how you can start manifesting, using the universe to manifest, and he encouraged people to go watch the video. So again, I think that's where the con in his mind started was, and then if
Yeah.
he was watching stuff like that, then he's like, I can make some money off of this, And then he
Nope.
started talking about different kind of crimes towards the end, and I think that's where he came up with the idea.
That and
But
he's been like
that's my just take on it.
that and he's been like taking like he'll go to different creators. Like a good example would be Mike the Man.
Yeah.
And you'll take their content and then you'll twist it around and you'll say like, well, this is my content now, kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
and you'll twist it or spin it, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like that whole ocean theory, that was Mike the Man's for months, like
Oh
months
yeah.
and months and months. And then to claim to go to that harbor, what's the harbor called again? I forget now.
I don't know. He went up to Cape George somewhere. I don't
Cape
know.
George, something like that. Yeah,
Apparently,
supposedly.
he didn't go to Cape George, but that's where he
No,
stated he went to. But
no.
um, no, that was, and I can tell you why he chose to go up there is because one, I found out where Earl Martell's 100 acres of land was,
Yeah,
and I shared that with Zachary, and that is up by Cape George.
Yep.
And in all of my readings, I keep getting that Jack and Lily are on Martell or Mackenzie land. And so that's why he wanted to go to that area. And the reason, I can guarantee you, the reason that he changed his theory from the kids being in the water, the ocean, was because he saw the video that you did, Rob, where you pointed out that all of Zach's theories match exactly to what Mike Demand was saying.
Yep.
So I guarantee you that's why he came up with I believe the kids were, and I'm not going to say it because I think it's absolutely awful on what he said. And if he actually would have done the research, or actually followed anything happening in Canada last year, you couldn't even go into the woods last year because of the fires, right?
No.
And so, like, oh, there's fires everywhere. Duh, because there were forest fires. It's not like they were set it's not like they were set intentionally. So again, to me, when he started talking about that, I'm like, one, he didn't do his research, or he didn't even follow what was going on in Canada last year on why some people couldn't even search because they weren't allowed in the woods because of the fires.
Well, not just that, but um, he did a live, and his mom was giving him crap over the phone. Like there was that big warehouse fire that was
Yeah.
like a block away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that caught fire, and he did a live on it, and his mom was like, "No, no, no, don't air that, don't air that," right?
Yeah.
And because it was all over his news and stuff like that, right? And
Yeah.
I think that's where he also got that theory too, because he
Mm-hmm.
was like he is a lot of his like his pictures that he was taking, like the picture with him in the jacket and everything. I
Yeah.
believe that he was taking selfies in his yard and walking around the block, right? Because he didn't have a
Yeah.
car, he wasn't driving anywhere,
Yeah.
right?
No, he
So he
wasn't
was
driving.
close to home. That's what I felt. So
Right. Oh yeah, he was close to home. He didn't go far. He walked those woods somewhere near his house to find that pole. And he probably knows exactly where it is because he probably walks past it and all the time when he's walking. And I'm not trying to diss Zach for having to walk. But dude, you were given money for a car. Where's the damn car? You guys wouldn't have to walk if you would have taken the money that was given to you, you asked for, donated to, but you didn't use the money for the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not trying to like be rude about him having to walk anywhere, but don't complain about having to walk because people freaking helped you out. And God, no, I don't want to keep, where my mind is going with saying where that money went, but
oh yeah, we know where it went.
you
We
know,
know exactly where it went.
Um, it's somewhere in the area that he knows well and right around his home. And that I
Yeah.
can guarantee you that one picture of that beam. And why nobody threatened him? Nobody um, gave him death threats, as he was, so to speak. So why were you if you were in Cape George, you would have been far enough away from um, where your hotel was, right, in pick two, um, to where you could have literally stood by the ocean and taken a picture and proven that you were there. You didn't have to upload the picture until you were back at your hotel, which would have been an hour and a half away from you having to drive to Cape George.
Yeah.
So doesn't make sense.
No.
Nobody would have known that you were at Cape George, and nobody would have known where your hotel was because if you wouldn't have posted it until you got back to your hotel. So again, him refusing to post pictures, him refusing to show any evidence of him being in Nova Scotia. I remember I was in the one live just watching, and people asked him, "Can you just show us your hotel room?" And he said, "No, I can't show you the hotel room because then that's going to tell people where I'm at." I don't know if anybody was in that live, but that's what he said.
Not only that I think it was next spot was said he was close to Daniels, right? And he found that rope in the tree.
Yeah.
And what really bothered me was he wasn't giving receipts for
Yeah.
anything, and we were the
Yeah.
ones giving the receipts. And it
Mm-hmm.
was like, we're the liars, and we were this, and over and over and over, and trying to convince people. And people were in his chat, and they were like, well, no, like, where are your receipts? Like, where's your plane ticket? Where's this? Where's, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and he couldn't even produce that,
Nope.
because he couldn't, because there's no proof of it. There's no, because he didn't have it. So,
Right. Right. So again, you not showing proof. These people are donating hundreds of dollars to you, sending phones to you, offering to, pay for, you know, um, hotel for you, give you money for a rental car. Well, you can't get a rental car because you don't got a driver's license, you know? Um, even people offering to help him when he was there, or the refusal to go to Jack and Lily's rally, right? Like,
yeah, yeah,
you're so Jack and Lily, but you can't go to in his live. What he said was, "Oh, he doesn't want to take away from Jack and Lily's rally." Dude, you're not that famous. You're not that famous. Guarantee you, the only person, if anybody, would have been there who would have known you would have been Daniel or Durwood if they were there, because they're the ones who come on your channel, and it's mostly Darren that goes on his channel.
Darren
And
and
I'm
Kent,
pretty sure Darren didn't show up, and maybe Darren showed up to the rally,
but
but that was his excuse, that he didn't want to take away from Jack and Lily. How are you going to take away from Jack and Lily for going to support a rally?
well, he went on for months, like, posting, and he was mentioning in his lives for 5 months, and he'd say, "Oh, I want to go to Daniel's court date, and I want to do this,
Mhm.
and go to the rally, and blah blah blah." He was even invited. He was even offered a ride from the airport to his hotel.
Right.
He was offered a place. I don't think he was offered a place to stay. I think a lot of people backed out of it because they knew that the trip was fake. And
Right.
the more he sat, what bothered me, and I knew he wasn't going, was the fact that the price tickets of the tickets were kept going up, and it was
Yeah, they did.
around, and they were going around almost $1,900 a round trip to. I think Andrea caught it, and it was around $1,900 round trip to Boston to Halifax. So
Hmm.
so
Yep.
that bothered me,
Yeah,
and
and remember he said, don't you remember he had like $1,000 saved, and he told us in the live he hadn't bought his tickets yet. And then once people started asking, questioning about it, then he says, "Well, you don't really know if I bought my tickets yet or not."
yeah.
Then he started switching it up. Um, so it was just lie after lie after lie.
What was a lie to cover up a lie, and then
Right.
another lie, and then another lie,
Mhm.
and then it was just driving. It was pulling hair in my head, like, dude, how are you going to backpedal out of this one when you talk to law enforcement? So can't lie to them.
I'm going to answer this question. Jasmine at Crazy Cat Tarot. No, I never found out who it was. I just blocked them because they were leaving comments on, people who had donated for it, and there was no way that I was going to let them abuse the victims. So I just blocked the person, removed them from my channel. They're no longer allowed on my channel, so they would have to create another fake channel to be able to even come on. And if they continue to, that they'll just get blocked, because um, they're not. No one's gonna abuse the victims. And no, I'm not acting like a cop. I got that. I got a comment like that. Someone saying, "Oh, you're out here acting like a cop." No, I'm not. I had people reach out to me asking for help because they needed help, and that's what you do, is especially in a true crime community. And then you get the information to prove whether or not a person is being truthful.
Yep.
And we found the information that that Zachery Jackson, the tranquil psychic, was not being truthful. And um, again, he chose the wrong community to scam.
Yep. He did. Not only that, with the mods that are in there, the current mods, they were enabling, and my mods were actually like, for example, um, Mama Chipmunk was being harassed by a couple of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I got emailed by one KTS worker, and she was supposed to go do a wellness check and never did. So I don't know if she
Right.
actually followed through on it, and I exposed her in our Facebook group. Like, of course I'm going to expose you because she claimed to be a social worker,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, hey, so why are you doing any wellness checks? You know what I mean? Like, do your
Right.
job.
Right. Do
So
your job.
why are you calling me for? Like,
Right.
why are you emailing me for? What am I
Right.
supposed to do? I'm 5,000 miles away in Canada. What am I going to do about it? So,
Right. Right. It's just, we did more to make sure that Zachary was safe and didn't, I'm going to say allegedly, again, OD, the people who, his true original mods, his true original friends that he first made when he came to YouTube. We are the ones who watched over him when he was so bad.
yep.
Not his goon squad now, not his mods now. We were the ones who watched over him. We were
Not
the
only
ones who stayed in contact with him.
And not only that, I reached out to him. We've talked on the side before I left. I
Mm-hmm.
asked to be unmodded because I caught on to what was going on and
Right.
didn't even give me a chance to. As soon as I started to get on it, he booted me out, and so I figured that what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then before then, I suggested to him, well, if you want to go search, don't go alone.
Right.
And so I suggested, well, I got contacts you could talk to. I know people that you can reach out to. Email this person, put an application in to please bring me home. Or you can go to ground search and rescue. And I've got advice for ground search and rescue. If please bring me home doesn't cut it for you, right? And he couldn't be bothered.
Right. Right. Why? Because he wasn't gonna go. And
Yep.
we know that. He wasn't gonna go. All the money that was I can't again, I can't tell you what he did with the money that was donated for Jack and Lily's search. Um, I can speculate. I can definitely speculate. Um, I think everybody in here knows where some of it has gone. Even the cell phones that were donated, computer that was donated,
The
all
cell
those
phone he
things.
sold.
hmm Um, you know, so, but again, this is, just bringing awareness, and, I want his victims to know they're not alone. You guys aren't alone. We're here. I'm here. Rob's here. You know, um, Jasmine's there. MJ's there. I'm sure Kylie's nails, if you reach out to her, I mean, not that you need to reach out to her, but if you need someone to talk to, if you're feeling, we all came together to support each other and to prove that, that you guys, the victims, you were right, you were scammed, and again, I just want you guys, everyone, to know that there is support here and you don't have to feel alone. You
And
don't
you
have
don't
to
have
feel.
and you don't have to feel ashamed either, because it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and Cranky Cougar, she did so much to help his channel. And see here, Kylie's nails. She, like I said, anytime, guys, I'm here. Um, you know, anybody needs to reach out to anybody for, drop a comment in one of our channels. We're here to help, support each other, And unfortunately, it is unfortunate that it happened in our community. And, but guess what? We have a great community and we support one another. And again, we have the detect. I want to try to get the banner back on so you guys can see the, let me just get it back on because I want to make sure that's up. here.
I'm
Again,
actually in the
that's
vertical section right now, so
okay, but it should be at the top of the vertical section. It has his email, the detective's email. Caleb Somalia is his name. He's the lead detective. And
yeah.
Kara, and let me read.
I'm just looking at the comments.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But yes, Kara, I'm gonna get to your Kara Indigo. Again, reach out to the detective. This is his email. It's CSMILIA at WINCHENDON dash or slash whatever that's called MA. Oh, it's supposed to say .gov. Hang on, that needs to be fixed. I don't know why it says .goc. Let me fix that. Need to edit it. It's .gov. Jeez Louise, you're pressing the wrong thing. It's .gov. So again, he is a detective, and that's how you know it is a true government email. I'm trying to figure this out again so I can post it.
I got a comment for you.
Okay, hang on. Give me 1 second.
I got a
Save.
couple actually.
Okay. Show. So again, that's his email. I'm just going to read it out loud again. The detective's name is Caleb Somalia. Email is CSMILIA at WINCHENDON-MA.gov. Okay, now I'll go back to the comments so I can see the comments. Okay,
I
what
got
did
one.
you?
I
Okay,
got
what is
one
it?
here. Carrie Indigo says, Becca, did you see my question about Zach's name coming up in the spirit box?
No, I did not see that, but yes, I noticed Zach's name was coming up in the spirit box quite a bit. I noticed his name was coming up in the spirit box quite a bit. And I did get, actually, when we were doing a Nancy Guthrie, Estes method. And I told my sister it came through when I was under the Estes method because I knew it had nothing to do with the Nancy Guthrie case, but it was literally telling me somebody was being a fraud and making things up. And I told my sister after we got done with the live, I wrote it down, so I'll have to go find where I wrote it down, but I didn't speak it because I'm like, I knew when I heard it that had absolutely nothing to do with the Nancy Guthrie case.
Okay, I got one here.
Okay.
Anyone who suggested to Zach that he shouldn't go alone or who offered to go with him, who offered to pick him up, and he said no to everybody right then and there and told me he wasn't going. Oh, you know that. And that was Envision. The comment on that Envision, that Envision 42. I again reached out to him. I told him that Tint was going by himself. Uh, there was updated searches from Please Bring Me Home. There was ground search and rescue. He had to go. There was stuff he had to fall. If he was going to go on his own, he had to contact somebody and let them know where they were at.
Right.
And
Right.
if you're going to go on private land, that's when I made the comment and said that, I'm only trying to prevent you from getting a pew pew at your head.
Right. Right.
And that was that comment. And
Mhm.
after that, he shamed me after that. So,
Yeah, he did. And then he accused you of saying you were going to pew pew him. He
yeah,
twisted that whole thing around, which was
yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Which was ridiculous.
Um,
I'm just posting some of the comments up on the screen. And Mama Chipmunk, can you really? This one I'm going to put up.
if anybody wants to come up, feel free.
Yeah, you can come up. I can drop the link again if you guys want to tell your story or anything that's happened to you. Patricia, your youngest daughter is very intuitive, and you got her to watch him 5 minutes, and she said, nope, he's not legit. Yep. And that's the thing I noticed. And if you guys have been watching me long enough, you've noticed that, for months, not this past month, but for quite a few months, I hadn't been interacting with Zach because, again, I told Zachary to stop asking for money. I believe both me and Jasmine told him in the very beginning to create an Amazon wish list if he needed things for his channel to help. And it's to help your channel. It's not for and then he said, oh, I want a PlayStation. No, Zachary, that's not what it's for. Jasmine, I don't know if you remember that live that me and you both said Zachary create an Amazon wish list for things you may need for your channel. And it gives your viewers, your subscribers, the option if they want to help you improve your channel. That's what an Amazon wish list is for. Or if they want to see something specific on your channel, they can send you things of that nature. But it's not, and yes, you can have your Cash App scrolling across the bottom of your screen, or your PayPal or anything like that. You can have it, but it's for people who they do it because there's some people who don't want to do the super chats because that they know that YouTube takes a certain percentage of the super chats. Sorry, I had a burp. That YouTube takes a certain percentage of the super chats, and so they know the person they're watching doesn't get the full amount that they are sending in a super chat, so they would prefer to send it directly to the creator, the person they're watching. But it's not to sit there and beg for money. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why when you watch other creators like who does that? Who has that runs across their, I think Clutch and Pearls, he has it occasionally. But other true crime channels, they have it that run across. But again, it's for people who, because I've gotten it before where people will be like, I don't want to YouTube to take a certain percentage of the money that I want to go to you to donate to your channel. And so they'll ask for my PayPal. I don't post my PayPal. I'll have it in I have it in my description if people want to donate, but I don't post it on my videos or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna. But what's wrong is when you're going on and saying, I need money for this. I need money for that. There's nothing wrong in asking for help. Nothing wrong in that. If you are truly in need of help, there's nothing wrong with that. But Zachary, it's not in true need of help. You are truly scamming people. You have food at your home. You're asking money for other reasons than needing food, needing things of that nature. And everybody has caught on to it. And again, I don't want to make it seem like there's anything wrong with asking for help, because there's not. There's not anything wrong with if you truly need help with getting food, there's nothing wrong in asking for that. But we know that money didn't go for there, and it just kept going on and on and on. And it wasn't like a monthly thing. It was like an every other day thing where something new kept coming up. And that's when I distanced myself from Zach, because again, I said, stop asking for money. But when it's every other day occurrence that he needs something.
Well, go on for like 4 or 5 hours at a time on his live, and then people figured he owe him something, right? So then he's advertising for his Cash App for an hour, and it's just choking down people's throats. There was I was been talking with his dad a little bit here and there, and he mentioned about something. So about 2020, he was in a car accident.
Correct.
And he wasn't driving with a license, of course, because we pulled up his criminal record. He does have a criminal record, by the way, people.
Yeah.
He he was driving, and I don't know what the story was about that, but his dad got him the lawyer,
Yep.
and a year later ended up getting a settlement for $31,000, and he blew it all.
Yep.
Is what the
Yep.
story was, or $30,000 or something like that.
Yeah, it was 30,000.
And from September
So,
on, he was monetized. Like from September on till about January, he was monetized, and because he was spamming with his Cash App, they took it away.
mhm,
YouTube took it away from him. So he was getting memberships, he was getting super chats and all that, but he would
mhm,
divert the super chats and no, go into my Cash App. I want to my Cash App. But
mhm.
people would still send him. He would give people crap over online. Anybody that would give him like any um like super chats or anything like that. So he had like
Mhm.
a couple $100, and he kept telling people, "Oh, yeah, I got a couple $100 on YouTube." Well, okay,
Mhm.
but then that means that you were demonetized. Then you were
Right.
monetized, but you were demonetized.
Or he really didn't fill out the paperwork that he was supposed to fill out. Because you get sent, anyone who's got a monetized channel, we can attest to the fact that you get sent paperwork, you have to fill it out because it goes to AdSense and so they can
Yeah,
create the account and all those things. Okay, but why wouldn't you fill out the paperwork, Zachary? Because that's money coming to you. So to me, he's all about money. He's all about money. So, and if he wants that money, right, he's got enough watch time hours. All he's got to do is submit another request to YouTube to be monetized. And I can guarantee you that money is just sitting in AdSense right now. It's just sitting there. And they don't send it back to the people who sent the super chats. That's not how it works. It's just sitting there. And all he has to do is send in the paperwork. But
yeah,
if he's not sending in the paperwork, or he did get demonetized, and that's why he now can't collect the money.
yeah,
So, but we do know he was monetized at one point. He wasn't
yep,
fully monetized because it was when he reached the 500 subscribers, and that's when he was able to do the super chats and
yep,
all those things.
yep.
Oh, the offered readings. Yeah, yeah, he offered readings for a couple of days. Yeah, in the beginning there. And I'm not going to go into too many details, but I know for a fact he was wrong on some of those readings for those people, and he really messed some of those. It wasn't good. We'll just say that.
Okay, I
Um,
got one here. So, Carrie Indigo, Zach claimed that he didn't have a bank account to set up monetization since he said he had no ID. Well, somebody sent him $75 for ID and never got the ID.
yeah,
And he didn't have a bank account then, so that's kind of somewhat true. But he never had
yeah.
any ID. He didn't have a driver's license, didn't have anything.
Mm-hmm,
No passport. So,
mm-hmm.
so,
Yeah, so if you don't have an ID for a bank account, to set up a bank account, how are you going to get a passport?
yep.
You know? And yes, you do remember that crazy cat, Jasmine. I'm trying to say your channel and your name because I want people to be able to go to your channel just like you, Kylie's Nails Candy, or MJ, or no mercy, no receipts, Rob, your channel. Um, I want everybody to be able to grow and grow their channels, and there's no jealousy or anything like that for me here. Like help each other out. Um, that's just how I think. I want everyone to be able to grow their channels and be successful and things of that nature. But as for the readings, Crazy Cat, I have uh, again, not getting into too much detail, but I have offered to do readings for people that Zachary did readings on, that, how do I say it, were not accurate. Um, and so I have already done one for one of the people. And if that person wants to come forward and let you know if I was accurate or not. But again, I'm trying to cover the damage that Zachery did by offering his fake readings. Because
I got one here. I got one here. Envision 42. Some woman paid for me to get a reading from Zach, and I never did it.
yeah, where is that one? I'm trying to find it.
It's on the vertical side here, I think.
Let me see. I bet that's one's. Is it up farther? Oh yeah, that too. I mean, I can't find it, but you read it out loud, so
Yeah.
that too. He's taking. If you've been watching, like he never spoke of empath stuff or any of those things, right? He was
Yeah.
strictly remote viewing, and I've just seen in the last couple some of his videos. Is now he's an empath. He's super intuitive. He's
Yeah.
this. He's that. It's like you just get at a point you get irritated because it's like he's taking that information from other people, and I noticed he was doing that with Jasmine's readings and my readings, because I followed Crazy Cat Tarot. I became one of her subscribers, and because I found her, she was on Zach's channel, so I subscribed to her channel, and yes, me and Jasmine, some of our readings are different in some ways, but there's some things that are very similar.
Yeah.
And but Zach was way off, like completely different than what me and Jasmine's readings were. And then all of a sudden I started seeing bits of Jasmine's stuff popping up into what Zach was saying, and bits of my stuff popping up into what Zach was saying. And I'm like, okay, so he's just taking other people's stuff, and then he would go on true crime channels and get the information from the true crime channels. It's just crazy. Even with the Rebecca Parks case, like he was saying the baby was alive, and I kept telling, again, I'm going to say trigger warning. I did the reading. I'm reading multiple readings for Rebecca Park. I knew she was in a national forest.
Yeah.
It all came out in my reading. Even
Yeah.
what's going on now with the Fort David case. I did a spirit box session, but I did a reading for shoot, I'm so freaking tired. But let me just pull it up because I know it's Rivas Hernandez. I just can't. My brain is. I'm going on very little sleep. But
Yeah.
I did a reading 7 months ago when this first happened, and everything in that reading that came out in that reading has come to pass. But with the Rebecca Parks case, Zach was completely off. And I told Zach, I said, Zachery, I'm telling you what's going on. And he's like, oh, no, no, no. And then all of a sudden stuff started coming out in the court. And then he jumped to exactly what my reading was. And he
Carrie
said,
Indigo. Carrie Indigo says, I guess the video you did with Zach about remote viewing is gone. Laugh out loud. Carrie Indigo, you mentioned something about not clicking on the link. Did you want it to come up?
I'm sorry, I might have not have been paying attention. You can come
Here,
up. Let
I'll
me
go
try.
back again. She said, I guess the video you did with Zach about remote viewing is gone. Laugh out loud. Carrie Indigo.
I don't
I'm not
know.
sure what she meant, but
I don't know.
was it?
I haven't. If I've done any collaborations with Zach, and that's one thing I noticed too, because my sister, she said, stop talking. She said, let him talk. She said, because you are the one who's giving all the information. He's not giving anything. He's just agreeing with you.
Yeah. Hi, Bittersweet. So Carrie Indigo, did you want to come up and click on the link? It's pretty easy. I got through no problem. So
Yeah, I can drop the link. Let me.
because I mentioned you were trying to click on the link,
Yeah.
and I was just scrolling up and I just noticed it, and I just want to know if you want to come up still. I'm kind of scrolling up in the vertical section, looking at comments, and
Okay, so the link should be coming through. I'm trying not to. There we go. Oh wow, I'm way behind in chat. So
yeah,
there's the link. For some reason, it doesn't work clicking. I mean,
I
Jasmine,
could
if you want
step
to come
down
up,
and you could come up. Are you sure? It's all about you guys, so it's not about me and Becca. It's about you guys. So
yeah, yep. Jasmine, if you want to come up, you can come up. Anybody can come up. Sad Crazy Cat says, Jasmine says, sadly, I think the only trans he's been is yeah. Because I know when I do channeling, I don't like to do it often. You definitely go into a trance. You go into a trance. It's a trance-like state, and I don't feel the greatest after I'm done channeling. I usually feel very sick, very nauseous
yeah.
when I channel. That's why I don't do it that often.
When I first inserted myself, I started out with a couple of them. I'm not going to say which ones, but
Mhm.
and then I ended up getting into about maybe 8 of them. All of a sudden, true crime, and
Yeah.
I was all over the place, and I couldn't keep up. It was just overwhelming. Um, so I'm just going to read this one comment. Envision 42 says, "Can all these other true crime channels block Zach so he can't see what you're all talking about? Then he can see what he's actually talks about, if that makes sense." Um,
hmm
it depends on what Ellie does. If they do report to YouTube, they may. I'm not gonna even say that on here. Uh,
Well, if you don't mind me interrupting for a second, I did when I was speaking to Caleb Somalia, the detective, the lead detective today.
yeah,
He said, "Has anybody reported his channel?" And I said, "Yes, many people have reported his channel to YouTube." But according to YouTube, law enforcement there has to be something stating that he broke the law for them to be able to shut the channel down.
yeah,
So he knows that. So I don't know if he's going to get in contact with YouTube or not, but obviously he has to put his case together. He has to put everything together. Um, but he is very well aware that people have reported Zachary's channel. Um, and I said, I told him exactly what YouTube said. They have to have something from law enforcement stating that Zachary actually broke the law.
W-
Um,
well, everybody's been reporting his videos and stuff like that and everything. So as long as you keep reporting and it's documented, I guess
yeah,
that's the best way to handle it. Because I think they have a cyber unit. They'll
yeah,
step in and they'll figure it all out. So
yeah. Even with the deleted videos, because I asked him about, I said, Zach is deleting videos left and right that have proof, that he was asking money for this and that and stuff for Jack and Lily's search. And, um, he's deleting them. And he said, well, we have stuff that he pretty much ensured me that they have ways of getting those videos
yeah,
that he deleted.
yeah.
I'm just gonna show.
Envision, you can block. You can go into. I think I know what you meant now. Um, Now my chat's going crazy here. Um, so you can go into your settings and you click on to your private and you go down, you scroll down and you go to block and then you can block people that way.
Yeah,
So if that'll help you out, if you want to block, you know who. So
yeah, yeah. When you channel, it's I don't always like when you go into a full blown like channel. When I do, not when I'm doing like card readings. Like I've learned how to when I'm doing tarot readings or spirit box sessions. I've learned how to mitigate that feeling. But when I do like full blown channeling session, where what Zachary would call remote viewing session, um, when I am done, and I won't stay in it very long. The tops I will stay in is 10 minutes, and I'm always come out feeling very sick, very nauseous, dizzy, and also very hungry.
Me
Very
too.
hungry.
I'm
I
the same
don't
way.
know if that's something anyone else experiences, but I'm extremely hungry after I do
Yep.
that. Like I feel
Yep.
like I could eat a crap ton of food after doing
100%.
a channeling session like that. Okay, so I'm just trying to catch up on chat here.
Vertical's very slow right now, so
Yeah. Let's see.
did
Yeah,
Jasmine want to come up?
I don't know. I don't know if Jasmine wants to. I mean, Jasmine, I don't want to force you to come up, Jasmine.
No. No.
But
Up to you
again,
guys.
Jasmine, I want to make this very clear. Jasmine was not lying about anything. Everything that Jasmine spoke about was the truth. Again, trying to help clear people's names because yes, Jasmine is a victim because one, Zachery took advantage of her kindness for her trying to help him, and then he goes and defames her name because she called him out, and um, Jasmine wasn't lying about anything.
No, she wasn't.
Hang on, let's do this one. What's this one say? Angel's Wings. Some of you know me from Zach's channel, but hang on. Add to stage.
Oh, hey, Angel Wings. I know you.
Jazz, is that you? Jazz?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Hey.
hear you.
Good to see you.
I'm glad you joined.
Thank you for the invite.
You are welcome.
So it can be officially our first collaboration together, Becca.
Yes,
Sure.
exactly.
How are you guys tonight?
Tired.
Doing good, doing good. We're just again like we just wanted to put this out here for, the victims. So again, so they could have the detective's information, so they can get a hold of them and give them their information, and because that's what he's currently doing right now is collecting all of the victims' information, and it's not something small. I'll just leave it at that. It's not something small. And again,
Nope.
if you are a victim of Zachery's scams, don't feel ashamed. You've done nothing wrong. He pulled on your heartstrings. I fell for it. So
Yeah, we all did. We all thought the best of him. And at
right,
first, he maybe did have good intentions, but I think once he got a taste of money and started realizing people want to help him, he just totally exploited that.
yeah, I agree with you, Jasmine.
Any Canadians that are out there too? Sorry to interrupt, ladies. You're you can report to your the RCMP cyber crime unit as well online. Andrea can post that for you guys, and the direct you can talk to them. You can even enter it online, and then file a complaint to the Attorney General in Massachusetts, and also the FBI cyber unit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Andrea, for dropping
I feel
that in
like we're
there.
kind of all sick of talking about him and seeing him, but because of all these getting exposed every day, people need to know how much worse it actually is than what we thought. I mean, I'm shocked every day.
Yeah, yeah, it is. And then we have this one. They said, "Who is Zach Jackson character? I may have bought him a PlayStation."
The
His
grandfather
his name.
thing on, but I'm sure, that was totally planned out by him and his mom, another thing to
Oh yeah,
try get money for. Or just exploit people's emotions, like feel sorry for them. I mean, we're not here telling everyone our sob story and everyone we've lost. I mean, if people ask or want to talk about grief, great, but like we're not here to make people feel sorry for us. Like we're here to talk for the victims. They should feel
right,
sorry for them and not us.
right, right. And that's what we do with our channels is try to bring awareness for the victims and not onto us. And unfortunately, he is doing it. Thank you, brave soul. Unfortunately, he is using the victims to con the people who are emotionally invested into the victims' cases, like Jack and Lily, and even the Melody Buzzard. Like, that ticked me off. That ticked me off that he chose to use Melody Buzzard, bring Melody Buzzard into the situation when he then started promoting the scam for his grandfather's fake funeral. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He'll use any case. Did you guys see a few days ago? Like, I haven't stalked in a few days, but I had seen he said after his successful trip to Nova Scotia, he was gonna go to Australia to search for Gus Lamont, and I just thought this is just getting more ridiculous by the day.
I'll comment
yeah.
on that. I can comment on that. I heard something along those lines. He was going to take a year and he was going to save up to go to Australia to find Gus Lamont, boots on the ground. So
It's ridiculous.
No, it is. He went on from Jack and Lily and then moved to Gus Lamont. Like,
And if he scams money for that, he can just say it's so expensive to go to Australia, so that will be his reason for getting so much money.
right. But no, he's currently under, again, investigate. I mean, I don't want to give out too much, but that's what I'm just saying. If you are a victim, get in contact with, let me get the banner going here so everyone can see. Again, contact the detective. His name is Caleb Somalia. That's his email right there. Contact him with your information. If you want to, you don't have to. No one's forcing you to. But the more victims that come forward, the better it is for the case. The better it is for the case.
So Carrie Indigo says, Jasmine, can you play your video, Zach crying with the song?
I love that video. Oh my god, I love that video.
And
I love that video.
Connie Waddle, 5835. I want on his channel just to see what he says about Rebecca and you guys. He says that you guys are cyberbullying, and I told him that that's not true. They're just talk. They're just talk. He's just talking the truth about you, and I'm like, no, it's not cyberbullying.
No, we
It's
were
definitely not cyberbullying.
No, to speak the truth. And if you look in my videos, I always have, if I were you to use a clip of Zachery's, I have the Fair Use Act listed in the description. And the Fair Use Act in the United States is to bring awareness. You're allowed to use the videos as long as you are bringing awareness to something that is going on. If you are trying to teach somebody about something or warn somebody about something, that is what the Fair Use Act is for. So no, not cyberbullying, and nobody's stealing his content.
And it was Cranky Cougar that made the song. I'd put in her song and your song in that video. Now, maybe putting the filters on his face was a step too far, but I'll take full accountability for that. I'm just trolling him at this stage.
Yeah.
Good night, Kara Indigo. Good night, dear.
Night,
Good night.
Cara.
Yeah, and there was no hacking. There was nothing like that. Nobody had to hack anybody. It's totally legal to do a criminal background check on somebody, especially when somebody is asking for money.
And they say sometimes, even with dating new people, sometimes you should do background check. It's just one of those things to know the full picture if there's one there.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to know. I mean, I live in the, we just had, I don't even want to go there because this is about the victims right now, but I can talk about the one lady that where I live in the state. She went on a date with a man and he murdered her. And
did you know her, Becca?
No, I didn't know her. No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't know her, but it was not far from where I live, and I live in a. She was found not far from where I live, and I live in a very safe area.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's
yeah,
scary stuff out there.
always. You know, I don't want to scare anybody, but Jasmine does have a point. You know, if you're
Yep.
out there dating or whatever, just do your due diligence.
And
Yep.
if you've got a suspicion, especially don't go against your intuition. Just do these checks just to make sure.
Right.
Because ignoring our intuition, it could be us,
Right.
you know?
Right. Yes. Always trust your intuition. Always trust your intuition. And I just lost my train of thought on what I wanted to say. Dang it. But it was something. What did I don't remember. I'm so tired. I literally fell
You're
asleep.
Pete.
I
I was
fell
gonna
asleep. Go for it.
comment on that site, the Facebook groups and all that, the Facebook group and everything. Uh, Nobody got hacked. Everything was
Mhm.
left open. Everything was wide open for everybody to see. And there was a
Mhm.
comment I saw maybe, I was gonna say somebody private messaged me or something like that, and they were trying to claim it was stalking that um when we typed the number that got typed in, and
Mhm.
what was it? We found the area. We kind of we found this. We found phone finder is what it was. And you
Mhm.
type in his number, right, and that's how he was located. And he was
Mhm.
located on the American side in the Massachusetts area, so he wasn't doxxed.
Kylie's nails candy. Um, that's currently under investigation. I'll just leave it at that. That's currently under investigation. Um, I know the lady had sent me some information, and her bank, and they are investigating it, and she's also going to be getting in contact with the detective.
Sweet.
So, yeah. So I would say if you guys ever donated to, that is the one warning I wanted to put out there. If you've ever donated to Zachary through Venmo, I think I gave the warning out in my last live, but if you've ever donated to Zachary with your Cash App or Venmo, you guys need to block him on your Cash App and Venmo. Report him, because, again, and ironically, after I blocked Zachary, I have not had any more weird charges on my Cash App. So
Some
if
people it was sorry.
that makes sense.
Some people they actually anybody who tried to they will send them a request, right, and they would come up scam alert, scam alert, scam alert.
Yep.
His username, right, on Cash App. That's the red flag right there. That just tells you don't send him any money.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And report, because, and like I said, I had strange things, strange fake businesses. They were fake businesses, and it only started when I donated to Zachary, and guess what? It stopped as soon as I blocked him. I have not gotten any more strange charges on my Cash App
well, there you
as
go.
soon as I blocked him.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah, he claims this all the time too. And it says her pendulum says, yes, he is a hacker. Well, we have proof. I mean, I don't know if we can put that out there, but we have proof that someone was living at his same address, who is now in jail for those said crimes and for creating fake IDs, and doing fraudulent activity with people's accounts like that. And we do have that proof. But again, we, you know,
Just
with
one
this
thing
whole,
after another.
this thing's moving so dang fast, I can't catch him up.
No.
Catch up with him. Yeah, I want someone to read other than us, you know, but I want one of the body language experts to read them, you know, the people who read the body language, you know, or even the people who read the speech patterns, like Mike Demand.
Yeah.
Well, Zach has said before that he's a body language expert,
Oh,
so
bull crap.
I wonder what his reading on himself would be.
I know. Oh my God. And then did you hear? Oh, guys, I didn't even respond to it, but I know he put out a thing about, he said something about me being scorned or something like that. I can tell you for a fact that I'm not scorned. I do not love Zachery. I'm not romantically interested in Zachery. I'm
I'd
12 years
rather be
older than
single
Zachery.
forever. Yeah.
And
And Becca and I
no,
aren't dating either.
yeah, me and Rob aren't dating. Rob has a
I have a
girlfriend.
partner. I have a girlfriend.
Yeah. So no, none of whatever I think he's projecting, because I did kind of, he would kind of hit on me. My sister can attest to it, because I'd be like, I think he's hitting on me. And then so instead of trying to make it awkward, I didn't want it to be awkward. So I would more so be like, I would refer to it as like, no, Zachary, I kind of see you like one of my kids, you know, my children, because my children are grown adults. And, but he would just leave kind of awkward, uncomfortable comments sometimes, in my messenger. And, again, I have, proof of that. Oh yeah. The other night when he said that, everybody had me like freaking cracking up. I was just rolling. Andrea's like, she goes, no, you can't have Zach. He's mine, because apparently I'm stalking him. I was just freaking dying. It was just, we were just trying to make each other laugh, but it was, you know, and I know he says stuff about you, Jasmine, and I don't like that he says the things he says about you. And I don't know. And I also don't want to give him attention, though. You know, the more attention you give him, the more his name gets out there in that algorithm and stuff. And so, but I do, again, I'm going to put the banner across, because now, I mean, we're going at almost 2 hours here. I have yet to eat today. So I think I want to end the live here soon, because like I said, I literally fell asleep last night.
Go to bed. Time for you to bed.
Kidding. I got to eat first, Rob. I've been eating all day.
Eat
Luckily,
bed.
I'm staying hydrated. I keep drinking my water, but my water's
He's
almost
gonna haunt your
evaporated.
dreams tonight, Becca.
What?
He's gonna haunt your dreams tonight.
No, he ain't gonna
No.
haunt me.
Oh no.
No.
That's
No
why
more
after
Zach for
I
me.
screen
I'm Zacked out.
recorded what I had, I said I'm not even going back to his lives to record
Yeah.
anything again, because I just get off feelings watching him, and it
Yeah.
could just be me, but it was kind of looking to me like he was nearly shape shifting, and I was like, this is just
He
too much. I'm
was,
out
didn't
here.
it? It did. Like, I thought I was like, maybe, like, especially when he did that remote viewing session for Jack and Lily when he was supposedly in Canada. I don't know. You guys go look at the video. It's in his actual video, not his lives, if he still has it up. To me, he literally looks like a completely different person in that video. Like, there's
The
something
TikToks?
shifting, and there's something shifting in his face. I don't know if it's the evil coming out of him, but his face he doesn't look like Zachery in that video.
Oh, the rap one?
No, the one where he posted from his supposed hotel room, where he did
Yeah.
the remote viewing session for
Okay,
Jack,
yeah.
and he starts talking about them being burned or whatever I don't even want to go there.
Right.
But go watch it. It does not, maybe it's just me.
No,
I don't know. But
I'm
he
kind of
looks
done with him.
different.
So
He looks different. But the reason hi Patriot, the reason I was doing that was because I wanted to make sure that the detective had enough evidence before Zachery went and deleted everything, so he didn't have to go through so many hoops to then get the information, that he needed to prove that Zachery was actually saying these things. They were verbally coming out of his mouth.
yeah.
That's why I
Exactly.
was doing that. And I literally fell asleep last night doing a screen recording in my recliner, and then my cat woke me up and by licking my face. So
The
I
only
love my
video that the only video that really bothered me was the one he's got on his channel where he's lip syncing the AI generated one, and he's got his two buddies there, and he's got a cap. The one guy's carrying a cap gun and everything like that. I just found it very. I found it the R word.
emotions.
So, well,
Did
Yeah,
he
Patricia,
create
yeah.
that or did someone else?
Huh?
Did he make that video himself?
I don't know.
I
Was
don't
it
know.
just when he was trying to have a rap career back in the day?
Yeah, here's Kylie. I'm trying to get to chat's moving so fast. Kylie, I'm trying to get to her. Yeah, I agree with you. In his rap video, he looks absolutely evil. Yeah. Yeah. And if you go to his TikTok, the only reason I went into his TikTok because I wanted to see if there was any footage of inside his house, so I could compare like the background of when he was in his hotel room.
Yeah.
So I could compare the background, like you see my background, right? To see if I could find that same background, to show that this is in his house, even though his dad confirmed that it's in his house. Yeah, Envision, that's true. That's true. That's true.
I need to get off too. I gotta go eat.
Yeah, I gotta, my brain's just like,
I'm tired, exhausted. It's been a long month and a half, something like that.
yeah, we finally, so now my role in this, and I think probably Rob and Jasmine and anyone, if you guys are victims and you're just needing to talk to someone or support, feeling, just reach, leave us a comment, we're here for, I mean, I know I'm here for you. I'm pretty sure Jasmine is, Rob is,
Yeah.
no mercy, but that's what this was about, that you guys nobody's alone in this, and I don't want anybody to feel like they're alone in this, because you're not.
You can
And
also drop a comment in the Facebook group.
yeah.
There, and you could drop either one of us an email. My email's in my channel, so
Mm-hmm.
the same with Becca's. So
Yep. 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 And I just want to thank everybody for coming to the live. Jasmine, thank you for coming to the live. Everybody head over to Jasmine's channel, Crazy Cat Tarot. Go subscribe. Go to Kylie's. I'm gonna put Kylie's.
don't
If
forget
you could,
MJ.
yeah. Kylie, head on over to Kylie's Nails Candies channel. Go
Yes,
sub up to her. And then where is MJ? MJ.
Is she in the chat tonight,
I don't
MJ?
know. I don't know if she's in the chat. But Jasmine, say
Kylie
MJ.
does spirit boxes too.
Yeah.
So definitely if we work out how we can do the STs maybe we only like if it's a 2-person thing,
Mm-hmm.
if a few of us could do it on different cases,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's not all together. So we'll
Yeah.
arrange
No, I
sometime.
definitely want to do that. I really want to do that. I'm just trying to figure out how we would get each other out of the Estes method, because like you don't want to stay under that long. I know you're coming to get me to tell me it's time to eat. My sister's like, you need to eat food. But my thing is like, so you've seen me and my sister do our Estes method. So like I have my sister here who could watch over, like if I went under and be like, okay, come get me when Jasmine or MJ is done asking the questions, get me out of the, because you really can't hear what's going on. The only thing you can hear is spirit box going on.
Yeah.
So
And do you need to have headphones in to do that?
yeah,
But
yeah,
would it
you
need
do.
to be connected to the spirit box
Yeah, yeah.
or
No, the spirit
okay.
box has to be, you have to be able to hear what's coming through the spirit box. You can't hear the questions being asked, because then that it creates a unbiased answer then. So you're only getting the answer from the spirit box, not from you hearing the question. So that's why you have to have the noise canceling headphones with the spirit box connected to the headphones, so you can hear what the spirits are saying, and the spirits are answering the questions that the other person is asking. But you can't hear those questions. So that's where I'm trying to figure, how would I get, like, if me, you, and MJ did like an Estes method, how would I get you, like, if you went under, how would, like, do you have somebody that lives with you or that's around you that can come get you out of it when it's time to stop the Estes method? Same with MJ. I was thinking maybe we could set, like, if you had an extra phone or something where you could set like a timer where it would like vibrate or something, and then you would know time to stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm just all trying to go through in my mind, because on how to get someone out of the Estes method.
Yeah, well, the alarm makes sense. I live with my daughter, but if I was doing it at nighttime and she was asleep, I could just get her phone and set an alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know MJ lives with her mother, so she could arrange that. The only thing I've been wondering about is would we have to use your spirit box, because the only ones I have are on an app. So if I'm on a live like this, if I was
Mm-hmm.
to click out of it and go into one of my apps, it'd probably get boot me off the live because I've closed
Yeah,
the
it
tab.
would. It would
So
boot
I
you off.
don't have a physical spirit box now. I do hope to get one.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it's just looking into ones, because I know
Mm-hmm.
some can shoot words at you, but then I
Yeah.
kind of like the ones that things can come through the frequencies, because
Yeah.
that's how the spirits speak. But it's hard. It's very draining to listen to them, listen back, and make out the words.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you can, I mean, we'll talk. I mean, I'll email you some different like spirit boxes that aren't very expensive, that just run through radio frequencies. It's like the standard old school type of spirit box. That's what I use.
Becca, I have I can send you a picture of it but before I go to sleep, but it's
Mhm.
just like a portable radio. Would that work though, because it's like the music and stuff comes through as well, so it kind of only be the words rather
Does it
than
scan though? That's the thing. It's got to scan the frequencies.
there's FM and AM, so I don't know, is the AM the scanning one? But nothing much really comes through when I have it on that
No,
one.
you would have to have a what is called a sweeping. So it sweeps the radio frequencies at a very specific rate. Um, and so, but let me, after this live, I'll email you some different ones that aren't actually very expensive. Um, and we'll just talk after this instead of,
Yeah, yeah, but no
and
rush. Take your time, get some sleep, and we can chat whenever. And
Yeah. Get some
we'll
sleep.
find a way. Like, and even if the spirit box is too complicated, even just tarot readings on a live
yeah,
or something.
yeah, that would be
True crime questions or something. And then
yeah,
if you've got two tarot readers, it'll be interesting to see if the same things come out.
come out. Yeah, yeah, I would love, love, love to do that. Connie, well, Connie, I want to ask you a question, please. If you did a reading on for David, yes, Connie, it's on my channel. It's Celeste Rivas Hernandez. I did a reading, and I also did a spirit box. You can go to my channel and find it. I do have a playlist, so just go to the playlist. Both the tarot reading is in there, and the spirit box session is in there for the for David, for Celeste Rivas Hernandez. But all right, you guys, I think I'm going to end this live. We're at 2 hours 9 minutes
Yay.
and 17 seconds. Let me just pop that banner up there one more time, because I want to make sure everybody has the detective's email. Again, if you are a victim, please get in contact with Detective Caleb Somalia. His email is right there.
Screenshot it.
Yeah. But all right, you guys, again, Rob, thank you so much for coming up on the live.
My
Jasmine,
pleasure.
thank you for coming up on the live.
Thank you.
Jasmine,
Um,
ladies.
and everyone, thank you for joining the live today and being here in support of the victims. And
Thank you.
yeah, I really, truly appreciate everyone. Sharon, yes, I do.
Thank you, Jasmine.
I do. You
Thank
just
you.
go to my channel page. I have, or you can email me to get in contact with me. Sharon, all my information is on my, I don't have any water. I ran out of water like 45 minutes ago, guys. But yeah, just go to, you can find all of my contact info in my on my channel page, Sharon. But I just want to say, put one, oh yeah, Jasmine, put one on your Amazon wish list, Jasmine. A spirit box.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I don't
There
have
you go.
Amazon, but I'll start nosing through it, looking at all the stuff I need.
Yeah, put one on your wish list. But yeah, so I just want to say good night to everyone. Again, thank you. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I am sending so much love and prayers. I've been praying for everybody. I mean, literally, I've been praying for everybody. I mean, the group knows. The group knows. I had a little, not mental breakdown, but when I was getting frustrated with that, I was like talking out loud, and I'm like, guys, I just need a minute. I need to
Yeah.
vent out loud. But I really truly care and about every single one of you guys, and this is gonna come to a resolution, and it's gonna be a positive resolution.
Yep.
But now it's just they need to collect the evidence, and now it's in law enforcement's hands. So, which is where
Yep.
it needs to be. All right, you guys.
Good night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Night, guys.
Bye. I think I just hit end stream. I hope I'm doing this right. Let's see.